Thanks to Bug Zero for supporting this episode. We appreciate services that are low-key and predictable. Bug Zero's Insectishield plan is both. It keeps your home pest-free without knocking your day off track. And the people, they are super kind. Check them out at bugzero.com or give them a quick call or text at 417-831-7378. The number again is 417-831-7378.
Just a quick disclosure to share in conjunction with this podcast. Each of us are speaking to our personal experiences and do not consider ourselves experts and cannot offer medical, therapy, financial, or legal advice. We represent a wide range of experience on the autism spectrum and will always honor each perspective that is brought to our discussions. Our experiences, opinions, and perspectives are all unique and different and will be celebrated. Thank you so much for listening and connecting with us. Thank you. Welcome to Navigating Adult Autism. We are just a bunch of moms with a lot of perspectives, a lot of opinions, and a lot of experience. We appreciate you listening. On this episode, we are going to talk about a day in the life of our adults with autism and exactly what it takes and what our days look like with them. Because on the podcast, we can talk a lot about different topics and about our adults on autism and let you know what's going on in their life. But I think it helps to know exactly what's going on in their life. Like with Heather, with Zachary, who is profound or nonverbal autism. We've listened to a lot of her stories and advice, and her page is Everyday Adventures with Zachary on Facebook, and you learn a lot on there. But, you know, when you hear 24-hour care, you know, there's a lot more details in there on what it takes on a daily basis. So I am Mary, and, you know, I am the moderator on here, so I'm going to shoot out the questions. And I'm not that anyone else can ask questions, but I have all these going in my head, and we can just go ahead and get started. And we're going to talk about Zachary and JR and Zion, if you'd like, Tara, and then Conrad, if we have time. We'll see what time allows. But I just really am curious on what your normal day looks like, because I think as friends here, we all talk about different things that go on with our lives and on our day, and this happened here, but what does that really look like, and what does it take? As we're all caregivers for our kids, and Elizabeth's not here, and Cynthia's not here. Sorry, listeners. But Elizabeth is kind of in the same boat with one child with nonverbal, and you have a nonverbal. So let's just jump into it. So when does your day start with Zachary? Like what time? What does your morning look like when you know it's like go time? Because Zachary's nonverbal, and he paces a lot, and he has a lot of needs. He's 24-hour care.
Yeah.
So I am curious, like what time does your day start?
So usually, so the last 6 months, he actually has been sleeping until like 7:30.
Oh, that's good. How old is he again?
He'll be 25 in May. Right. So 24 3/4.
Okay.
How old he is.
Okay.
Anyway, but forever, for the rest of the time. So I'm just talking, this is very, very recent that he's been sleeping. And honestly, it makes me wonder why. Like if it's medication or, you know, what it is that maybe might be having him sleep. I don't know. But generally, he would sleep like from 10 at night, 10 or 11 to like 2:30 or 3. And then he doesn't understand, right? Like he wouldn't just get up and have a quiet time on the couch with his iPad
at 2:30 or 3 a.m.
No, and he doesn't slowly wake up. He's awake. He's either way asleep or he's totally awake, and he's making all sorts of noise, and he's stomping or, you know.
The noise he makes wakes you up. It's not a monitor.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. He turns all the lights on, his glasses, iPad, starts stomping.
Oh, wow. He doesn't come get you? It's the stomping that wakes you up?
No, like, I mean, I know that he, it's obvious to anyone in the house. Like we've had, when we've traveled before, which is funny, I've had relatives say, you know, you'd be fine to stay at our house. Like, no, we can't. We really can't do that to you. You know, because they'd be like, oh, no, we get up early in the morning. I'm like, yeah, it's not. No. Stomping. When I'm talking about stomping, I'm talking about like stomping really hard, like kind of like a Frankenstein walk, but then with like leaning in and like pushing. Zachary really likes, what is that called?
Proprioception?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything he does is heavy and loud. So if he puts a book on he slams the book on the counter. So it's not like he's mad necessarily, but his body just requires a lot of that. So that is how a morning, you don't wake up slowly.
Wow.
You know how you just kind of, you wake up. Oh.
Yeah.
No, it isn't like that. He's either awake or he's asleep.
But he doesn't come in your room like Tara just asked you and like turn the lights on or anything like that to scare.
Well, he would turn any lights on that he needs on.
Okay.
So, and he's a big light guy. So he would turn things on. But even the sleeping, like, so he, for many years, wouldn't sleep in a bed and preferred the floor. And so we would put him in his bed and then he would end up in the floor, and then we'd get up in the middle of the night, try to move him back to his bed, and then he would get back on the floor. And so, and then there was many times where he would sleep in our room in the floor while we were sleeping. There's been many times, and I think it's because he likes the hard, again, it's that.
Feels good to him.
Yes. So, tight spaces, hard spaces, that kind of thing. So, but currently right now, I guess you'd call it co-sleeping. Basically, here's what happens at our house. If Zachary's asleep, it doesn't matter where he is. We just need him to get sleep. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if he's asleep, wherever it is, that is where he's sleeping. Like if he falls asleep in our room, I'm not going to move him. Michael's just going to sleep in Zachary's room.
Okay.
Oh yeah. For total.
See, I didn't know that. Okay.
100,000%. So we've done many things through the years, many sleeping arrangements. Most of the time we've been able to sleep in our own room, Michael and I, and then he would come in like maybe and lay on our floor. That sounds horrible, but like he has a pallet and a blanket and stuff that he lays on. But honestly, he has a really nice bed with a great mattress. He just sometimes chooses not to. But currently, he is sleeping on Michael's side of the bed in our room, and he's slept there for probably the last 6 months.
Oh, really?
Ish. Yeah.
Okay.
So Michael and the dog sleep in Zachary's room. So I'm co-sleeping with Zachary. And that's what's funny is that it used to be that I couldn't go to sleep. Like if he went in my room and fell asleep, I would have to make sure he was like really asleep, because if I moved or went in there, he would jump up and run away. Like, you know what I mean? And then he would be up again. So it was like, you just tiptoeing. But now for some reason, in just the last 6 weeks or whatever, he's awake, and he's awake till midnight or 12:30 or whatever. And then I go in there and just sleep. And it's not enjoyable sleep for me either,
I bet.
because I usually sleep like I'm just made of stone, kind of. Because I always felt like if I made too much noise, if I moved around, or if I turned, or I'm a side sleeper, people, I gotta move, that I would wake him up and then he'd be up the rest of the night, which means we're up the rest of the night. So,
you need a split king. That's sort of what
we have a king. We have a king in our room. So like there's plenty of room now for him to sleep on one edge and me to sleep on the other edge, which is what we do.
But a split king, because
know what
Jason moves a lot. It's 2 twin beds. I mean, that look like a king.
Oh.
Jason moves a ton, and he wakes me up constantly. I can't feel him at all with the split king. It's like a twin bed.
Need
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Then you
together.
can have some sleep, Heather.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I mean, now's the best sleep I've had, because he's sleeping. He's not waking up at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
But
Does he wait for you?
No.
You said he's awake when you go.
Sometimes now I'd just be like, it's 12:30. I've really got to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And so I'll just go in there. I'm like, I'm going to go to sleep. And then he just kind of looks at me, and then he goes to sleep. So it's like more normal than it's ever been. And I can't tell you why. Like, because I know other parents would be like, I would love to know the answer to this. I do not know. And it will change again.
So there's no getting ready for bed. Like when does he connect the dots, like pajamas, brush your teeth? Like do you do a winding down?
He has a little bit, but like if he's at home, he would prefer to be in pajamas.
Most of the time.
Yeah, if you follow his page, he's in Christmas pajamas all year long.
Okay.
That's just because he has a bunch of them. But clothes, I don't know what to say. There's always memes about kids with autism and clothes and how they don't really care to wear them. Zachary is fine to wear clothes, but like certain clothes he won't wear. And if he's dressed for the day and we've been out and he's got shorts and pants and all that stuff, pretty much as soon as we get home, he's going to change his clothes and put pajamas on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. And if he was quiet and awake during the night, that would be fine. Like we'd be able to sleep, but then there's no telling what he would be doing. So safety wise, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? Like we have an alarm, but he has seizures, and so you can't go a long time. It's kind of funny because he's super noisy, which can be like, you got to be used to that stuff. But then when he's quiet, which you'd think would be like, oh, how relaxing, he's quiet. No, then I'm wondering what has exactly happened.
Does he not feel good? Yeah.
What has happened? So then I'm, if it's the middle of the day and he's quiet and I haven't heard him make a noise in 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, what is he doing?
Well, the one time you said he was asleep during the day, like he took a nap or something, right?
Yeah, sometimes he will take a nap during the day as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found that whenever my kids were quiet in the other room, somebody was being colored by a Sharpie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah.
Something was going on. Not right.
Yeah.
Okay. So recently you're sleeping through the night, basically.
Right now, I've been from 12:30 or 1 to 7:30.
You don't go to bed till 12:30 or 1.
Well, that's the only time I have. What I was really enjoying was when I would get everyone to go to sleep. Because, Zachary was going to sleep like 10, 11 or whatever. And then Michael, of course, is super tired from working all day.
Right.
So he can barely stay up till 10. So if I could get them all asleep, I just really liking to sit on the couch in the quiet.
Of course.
And I didn't want to go to bed right then. I was tired, but I just didn't really want to go to bed then because it's quiet. But now if he's staying up till 12:30 and just kind of waiting around, it's like, okay, I guess I have to go to sleep, or he won't go to sleep.
Right.
So it's just, I just think it's seasons, probably for all of our adult children. And it always has been that way. I always say this season some seasons don't change. Sometimes they stay around the whole time, but usually if there's some change going on, that's why I'm saying I'm just going to enjoy the sleep that I'm getting right now. It probably won't last. Experience would tell me that it's not going to last that long, and we'll probably go back to stomping at 2:30 in the morning. So I'm just going to do what I can to make sure he's sleeping right now.
So when he'd stomp at 2:30 or 3, would you just get up, or how does Michael function?
You have to. Michael can sleep through a lot. I can't sleep through anything. So Michael can sleep, and actually that's kind of nice for him to be in Zachary's room. Like I could just close the door and handle whatever's going on. He's not the one that gets up and help. Oh yeah. He would not deny this either. I am the full-time caregiver.
Of course. Yeah. I just didn't know
all the time. But even when we're both home.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I was sick Sunday, trying to sit in the floor and trying to get him a shower because he'd had an accident in the bathroom. And Michael was not home at that point. He was fishing. By the time he got home, though, I knew Zachary was having some toileting things that day and that he needed immediate assistance. So, like, if you hear the toilet lid, you got to run and go figure it out because Zachary doesn't understand, right? Like, he can't clean himself up and he can't say, hey, Mom.
Yeah, right.
I need some help.
Right.
Which we just added to his AAC device.
Good.
Yeah. But he's still, like, if he's downstairs, an AAC device isn't going to help me. But anyway, so I said, Michael, can you please? Because I was sitting up that afternoon. I was not laying down. I was sitting up in the living room, just trying to survey. And if I was needed desperately, then I was doing it. But I really just was nauseated. And so he went down there and did it. But that was probably the first time in forever. Like, if I'm alive and well, then I'm going to wipe the bottoms and I'm going to do all that. And I don't take offense to that. That's just,
I know.
Just how it is.
So at 2:30 or 3, if that's was your routine, what did you do at 2:30 or 3? Like, did you just start your morning like anybody else would if they got up?
I would just kind of hang out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get your coffee going? Like it's morning for you?
Drinking coffee. I would now. I would definitely drink coffee. But before I worked. So I had to be on.
Oh my gosh.
I had to be on the computer like when I was working from home those last couple of years. 7 a.m. was when I needed to be on the computer and working. So it is nicer now that I don't have as many outside obligations like that. So if I am super sleepy, whatever, at least I don't have to do a bunch of Zoom calls.
So does Zachary want breakfast at 2:30 or 3?
No, Zachary's, the food thing is not, he doesn't have like regular, he doesn't eat breakfast. So he eats 4 or 5 things, and people will judge me and it's fine. It's okay. But he basically eats Oreos when he first wakes up. It doesn't matter what. Okay. Sorry. If you want me to be honest, he doesn't eat scrambled eggs. If he would eat any of that, I would absolutely make it for him. I make him bacon, which he will eat. I make that every weekend. We don't really make breakfast in our house during the week because I don't eat breakfast, and Zachary doesn't really eat anything other than bacon. And then, but on the weekends I fix it, and he likes bacon. But that's all he will eat. So basically, he gets up whenever time he gets up.
Yeah,
and then he goes to get Oreos, and then eats probably 6 of those maybe, and then I take him to lunch every day after we've done all of our morning routine, and it's cheeseburger
so
time.
what is your morning routine after the Oreos?
Well, I sound so, these nutritionists out here are going to hate me. Anyway, I got bigger things to worry about than that. I mean, that's just been one of those things that I can't make him eat broccoli, and so we're just going to have to live our life. But so when he's awake and I've given him a little bit of time, then I give him a shower and his medicine and get him dressed. And so we kind of just get ready for the day.
Is this before Michael gets up, or is this kind of like after Michael leaves?
This is kind of separate from Michael. Michael gets up and kind of does his own thing.
Okay. I guess in my head, I was just trying to think of some type of routine that you're in.
Yeah, right. Currently, right now, since he sleeps later, since Zachary sleeps later, then Michael leaves for work, and then I'm up getting that ready. And then I give Zachary a little bit of time. Because he does have a little bit of a routine. He does like to get his cookies.
Right.
And then he goes downstairs usually.
To look at pictures or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes down there with his Oreos. And then when I hear him kind of moving around down there, I know he's done. And then I just go get him and say, it's time to take your shower.
Okay. So what time is that about?
Yeah.
Or does it vary?
I mean, it varies depending on what we're doing during the day. Like some days we have appointments and other days we don't. So... but by 9 o'clock, he's had his shower and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And then you work with him a lot. So like what comes after that? So if you're...
So I get him ready typically so that just we're able to go and do and whatever. And then because he's almost always like he toilets himself. He goes to the bathroom by himself.
He'll just walk in there.
For sure. But he can't clean himself up at all. So he has just no social context of like urinating on the floor. Like we have things in the bathroom that help us. Like we were having trouble with urine getting on the floor. He sits and goes to the bathroom. This may be too much information for everybody. But anyway, so I was having to clean the tile like every day, and that was getting old. And so we found something for the toilet that we could put on that would keep everything where it needs to be. And then, but like for the other toileting stuff, like he can't wipe himself and stuff like that. So he's just going to get up because he has no social context. He's just gonna, if he does that in the bathroom, he's just gonna get up, pull his pants, and keep going with life. He's gonna go right back to what he's been doing. He's not gonna come get me. He has no realization of any of that. That's why, like a toilet lid, Michael will say, toilet lid. That's what he says.
Okay.
He just looks at me in the evening. This is when he's home. He's like, toilet lid. And that means, Heather, time to go. And so not that I didn't hear the toilet lid, because that's my little irritation. Sometimes I'm like, I know, Michael, like I've heard the toilet lids all day long.
Right.
So then I run and help because I don't know what he's done until I get down there. I do not know. Listen, this is how it works. If the toilet is flushed, then I know that he needs to be cleaned up. Yeah. I'm trying not to say like,
that's okay.
Okay. Number 2, let's just say that, shall we? Okay. So then if he doesn't, then I know he's just urinated and,
So you got that kind of routine down.
Oh, we got a whole bathroom routine down. And that's part of the reason too, that, it is very difficult to have somebody hang out with him. Do you know what I mean? Like if they say, "Oh, I'd love to give you a free night from like," but you might like the concept of it, and you might think hanging out with them is fun because hanging out with them is fun. But you also have to do these other things, or you can't. So, and I find that to be kind of a line in the sand for most people. And also, I think that limiting those people that are helping him with that, I think is important just for safety.
Right.
So
if you're upstairs and he's upstairs, you just follow him, like, or you just have to see him if he walks in the bathroom and then you kind of know, or you just always wait for the lid.
I'm always monitoring him. If he's downstairs, I can hear the lid because thank goodness, he always slams the lid. So he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like from the top. Does that make sense?
I'm getting a lot of details, right, Tara?
No, I'm just saying we're talking a lot about toileting.
I know.
Yeah, I am going to move on from the toilet.
I will say this. It is an all day.
Exactly right.
It's an all day event.
Yes, it's important to cover what you go through.
I hate to say that, but it's an all day event, and I am thankful that he slams it because that's how I know. Otherwise, yes, I would have to be downstairs with him to know what was happening. And the basement is kind of his. Listen, he's all over the house. Yeah, he's all over the house, but the basement is where he has all his movies, and we really don't.
It's kind of his space.
It's really kind of his space. Okay. Yeah, we have the exercise room down there, which Michael and I both use, but we try not to. We don't watch TV down there or anything because he would go upstairs at times. If we went downstairs, he'd go upstairs, and that's fine. That's what we meant. That's why we picked that house with the basement. Was that when he was 20s and didn't want to be right next to us.
Yeah.
Then he didn't have to be.
Right.
So, yeah.
So then once you get him up and going and dressed, and then obviously I know he has therapies, and then do you use your communication device to tell him, like, if you're going out to lunch or you're getting in the car?
So he uses that. So basically we get up, we get ready, we do an activity.
Okay.
So I have that already on his visual board. Usually the night before, I'm kind of thinking out. Sometimes I give him choices on that, but usually it's a crafty thing and it's a holiday related thing. And so he's usually good with any of that. So we do that in the morning and before lunch or anything like that.
Okay.
And then then I'll take him to lunch and
out.
Okay. Yeah. There's nothing I can fix him at home that he will eat other than some Tyson chicken fingers, which I usually will use those at night for dinner so that I don't have to take him anywhere at night. It's just selfish of me.
That's smart too.
And I don't like driving in the dark.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's usually a dinner thing, but for lunch I always take him. And then we have other things. So either we do an afternoon activity if we don't have anything else going on, which could be a myriad of things. Walking, crafting,
at home
puzzles
or out?
At home.
At home.
Or like yesterday, we have Wednesdays are really busy and we have OT and speech right together. And then we went to Hobby Lobby and we went to Chick-fil-A and we went to 2 or 3 places yesterday. So we were gone 3 hours or so, not at the house.
Is that on his visual board? Like so everything has to be on his visual board. So you know that you're going to Hobby Lobby, Chick-fil-A before you. Okay.
So he tells me, so like the night before, he got his AAC devices in the living room and he just went independently over there and said, I want Hobby Lobby.
Oh, did he? Okay, I love
and then I say, okay, you want to go to Hobby Lobby? And then he says Hobby Lobby calendar. And that means he wants me to write it on his visual board.
Nice.
So everything's written on there.
Yeah, so he has control of what he wants to do.
He does have control. Yeah, he can always tell me. The only thing he doesn't really tell me is like what type of like craft if we're going to do. And I don't think he cares whether he's painting an Easter egg or he's making an Easter decoration of another kind. It doesn't really matter as long as it's holiday related.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know
because
what I
Zachary
mean?
is holiday related. For those of you that don't know.
Yeah.
We could have a new listener. We don't
And if it's not a holiday, like August is one of those, maybe we'll have pumpkins, probably. But I have other things that he likes to do that, we can still do a sticker mosaic. It just may be of a giraffe or a forest, you know what I mean? And not necessarily an Easter egg. So.
Okay, so then you come home from your afternoon activities.
Come home from afternoon activities.
And is he tired? I mean, is he...
Yeah, sometimes if he's going to take a nap, he will do it like right when we're done with like right when we get home. I can tell if he's going to take a nap or not. because he's, he kind of loses eye contact. And
Does he sleep in the car on the way home?
no, he never sleeps in the car. But he's a heavy sleeper. I mean, I don't know how he's sleeping and then sometimes taking naps, but also he takes seizure medicine. And he takes another medication, which he's done since high school, that could also, make him a little bit tired, but not anything dramatic.
Plus, he's just up all the time, too.
And he's up. He's always moving. He's not really sitting. He paces and stomps most of the time.
Okay, so then when Michael gets home, is there a special routine or anything he does when Michael gets home, or your evening starts in a different way? Or
No, I mean, my life with him is the same, regardless of who's home and what time of day it is. The weekend is no different than the week either. So I'm always in the house with Zachary. Always.
Yeah, except for the weekends, you don't go out in public because it's harder.
We do not go out in public. No, we're not
Yes.
going to go to Hobby Lobby on a Saturday. I mean, I don't even want to go on Hobby Lobby on a Saturday.
And that's what I make clear to our listeners. Like, you don't go out in public on weekends because it's just too
we
busy.
don't go
There's
in
just
public.
too much.
And Michael, he's an outdoors guy, so he's gone at least one day of the weekend, half the day, fishing or hunting or whatever, which is fine. He needs that. I mean, he's running a company all week, so he needs to do whatever he needs to do to get himself back to regular. So I get that. But, and he has a man garage. I'm gonna call it. He has a garage, like a garage that he hangs out as kind of his man cave.
Yeah.
And so in the evening, honestly, I mean, I can tell you something that would be neater to hear, but like he comes home, he exercises, he goes out there. So until it's time for dinner, which he eats late because me and Zachary have already done our thing. So, so no, it is me and Zachary pretty much 24/7. And on the weekends, there's no difference unless we have some sort of an event or, a family thing or something that we're doing. It's pretty much the same.
So what does his evening look like, though, after dinner, like with you guys? Is he going downstairs again, pacing, doing his thing?
He doesn't go out into the garage with Michael?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I mean, we go and get the mail or something like, we'll get in the Ranger and go get the mail or something like that. But no, he doesn't want to hang out. He's not a sitter or there's no conversation. So the only time he's going to like walk out into the garage with Michael would be if he needed something like I don't even know what that would be. If he couldn't find me, then he would go out there. But no, no.
Right.
You guys have a pool in the summer though, don't you?
We have a pool. So yeah, in the summer when we open that, me and him, it's an above ground pool. And so me and him will do that. Mm-hmm. That will be probably our morning or afternoon activity, depending on the day, Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that'll be, no, if it's not home, we're just really not doing it. I don't know.
Okay.
And then as far as the caregiving part, there is no, so in the evening, sometimes he will go downstairs, Zachary will, and I can tell if he's very into his pictures or he's just really organizing them and he's well into that. That is when I would take time to sew or something like that.
Okay.
But usually
he likes photographs.
He loves photographs and he has a lot of rearranging of his movies. I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot to do with all those videos.
Yeah, he has a lot.
So you do get your time to sew or do something.
That's when I would get my time. Not every day, but when I feel like it. The deal is that sometimes if you have the opportunity, you don't always feel like it.
Right.
Because you might be tired or you just want to sit in the quiet upstairs.
Yeah.
So, but that's when I would sew or maybe write a post, work on a post or something when he's asleep or in an evening when it's all done and I'm basically just listening for cues that I'm needed somewhere.
I see.
Yeah.
So then sorry, go ahead, John.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Will Zachary sit and watch a video for, how long?
His own videos?
Yeah.
So in the basement, he has like we'll just call it a hangout room, I guess. That's where the VCR is and all that. And he will bring me a video when he wants to watch it and I put it in for him and he stands. He doesn't sit.
Okay.
But he'll stand the whole time and watch one of those. But he won't watch TV any other way. Like,
okay.
He's not going to sit and watch a show with us. He doesn't sit on the couch.
Or like the Disney Channel or do you even have
No.
No. Mm-mm.
Can he last through a movie?
No.
A favorite?
Well, I mean, like if he could do a VeggieTales movie in his room if he's standing up, but he wouldn't watch a VeggieTale like movie with us on the couch and sit. If we want him to sit, we have to use his visual timer. Which I know seems odd to people, but so we would just set it for, like, Michael really wanted him to watch a fishing show with him. And I was like, and, you know, he was like all depressed. And I was like, dude, you have to set he's not going to do it. So just, that's the way it is. And if you want him to do it, then you set a timer and he'll sit with you while he watches the timer. So that's how it works. He has a visual timer. It's the circle, and
he's watching the timer, not the
pie.
Show.
Right. So he will sit quietly with you. If you put the timer for 10 minutes, he will sit there for 10 minutes most of the time, and we'll attend and we'll sit pretty quietly. But as soon as that is over, he's gone. Yeah. He might pace in the living room. He might be close to where you are, but he's not going to sit on the couch.
Is the plan to extend the timer more and more?
I think that's why I think the activities we're doing with him that I've been kind of sharing on the page, like him sitting and coloring with me for 35 minutes.
I know, that was amazing when I read that.
And he's doing it now, all the time. So every weekend we are trying to do more things, the three of us, when Michael is home, trying to do some coloring or just something. And I told Michael, everything has to be on Zachary's schedule. There is no Heather schedule. My world evolves around what Zachary's doing and when I feel like is the best time for him to do whatever it is we're trying to do. When Michael comes home, that's the part he doesn't understand. Like, he wants to, let's just do it in the afternoon. I'm like, we can't color in the afternoon because by that time he will have done this, this, and this, and he's probably going to be sleepy. So if you want to hit him if you want to get something good out of Zachary and you want to color with him on a Saturday morning, then we're going to need to get up, fix some coffee, and get to coloring. And so, and men in general, I say this with love, but sometimes they're not totally other-centered. So they're not used to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's just
we do.
Different with a mom and a dad. A mom is used to literally like, I may not get any sleep this week. It just depends on what the kids are doing, right?
Right.
And a father isn't like that. So I've had to just kind of work a little bit through so that, okay, if we want actual family time, then this is when we're going to have to do it, when it works for Zachary. Otherwise, you just have to, you have to adapt.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So what is he like with the repairman or unexpected things during the day? Is he just oblivious to it?
He's oblivious. I really hate having people in the house. My main concern is he going to the bathroom and will he come out with no clothes on? And I mean, it's true. So he just has no social... It's so hard to explain, to say literally doesn't have any social. He would walk out in front. He'd walk out in the yard without any clothes on, and he would just do whatever he normally would do.
Right.
He's just oblivious to that. So when I have someone working and they don't understand autism, which most of them don't, I'll be like, hey, we're an autism house.
Right.
And we've got his treasures all over. And let me know what you need. And then I can't relax when somebody like that is in the house because I'm literally following Zachary around. Because there was like one time that good friend Ginger was at my house and somebody was repairing, I don't know, some roof or something like that. And she was like, I'll watch him. You help the guy. And I'm telling you, 10 minutes later, she was like, thank goodness he came out of the bathroom naked. She said, he's clothed. We're all good. And I was like, that's why when it's just me, like we have to, I'm just always a little bit panicked.
Yeah.
That people don't understand. He's not 6. So it's easier understood when you've got a 6-year-old running around, but like he's almost 25. So I have to be careful because Zachary doesn't understand. I mean, he's obviously not doing it intentionally.
No, and someone else might not understand, like, okay, why is there a grown man naked in the house? Do I, you know, I can see the wrong person could hop on it or
no, it's something. It's all these odd situations that you find yourself in.
Right.
That people just probably wouldn't expect or think about.
Right.
I mean, I couldn't make this up if I tried.
So are you still going to church on Wednesday nights?
Yeah. So,
Mass, I should say.
Yes. So we just went last week. So we can't go on Holy Week is, I don't know when this will air, but anyway, Holy Week is soon. And so we know we probably can't go then because Wednesday evenings are when we would typically go. There was a little bit of time recently where we couldn't get him to go. But we're we're back last week. Everything went great. It's just so awesome to just see him calm. And that's what I mean. Like, I keep telling people on the page, like, he's calm and I can't believe it. And they're probably like, it looks like he's smiling all the time.
Yeah, because he loves it there.
Yeah, it's so good. And I just think that's if I could just have one activity that normal people do, it would be church. Because I desperately, need it. Hallow apps help me all day long. But seriously, I'd like to be able to visit my church more often.
Yeah.
So, so that's nice. And that seems to be going well. And I hope that continues. So
You can't go to Holy Week because it's too busy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was just clarifying.
This Wednesday in particular, they had a special mass that was different than the daily mass we usually go to, and we knew that it would be full, so we didn't get to go. And so I figure there's going to be stuff.
And for all the Catholic listeners out there, we did get dispensation from a priest years ago about not going on Sunday. And
we have a great priest that, Zachary loves to give him a hug every time we get to see him on Wednesday nights. And certainly he's, in a very loving way explained that, let's try this, let's try that. If none of it works, he can get, you guys can have communion at home. Mm-hmm. Like, it was very wonderful.
That's great.
To hear that people were willing to work, because we can do a whole nother episode on whether churches feel welcoming to people with autism.
Yes, we did do one episode.
We have, haven't we?
We did.
Yes.
We could always do 2 or 3 more.
Dawn was going to do that follow-up, right, Dawn?
Yeah.
So what about your days, like your rough days, like when you are home and... listen, there's got to be days you're like, okay.
I'm done. Screams I mean, he's not happy all the time. Every day he's not happy. There's certain times of the day he's just not happy. And I already generally know kind of when those times are. I, again, don't know why, but usually late afternoon, sometimes in the evening, sometimes when he first wakes up in the morning. He's.
What does he do or say?
He just screams. Right now he screams. Screams like a screaming grunt kind of a sound while he's pounding his foot and pacing. It's very disturbing, and it's actually the one thing that literally I'm having a hard time taking. Like I told my wife, I gotta have a break from this.
Yeah,
I am very used to all sorts of stuff happening, but like I said, there's always something just new and fresh. Yeah. So I'm just hoping it's a season and that it goes away and we'll get something else to replace it. But I think you just have to. Some days I feel guilty about not getting something done with him every day. I think me and Don might have talked, on Facebook, a little comment about that. And, cause I feel like this is my job.
Right.
And, I don't make money anymore. This is how I'm contributing. And so I feel guilty about if I don't feel like we've had a productive day where I've engaged him enough. So, but I will say there's just certain days, and I will just tell Michael, he's like, what'd you do today? And I was like, well, I tried this and we tried that, but honestly, we just survived today. And he's like, exactly. And you're just going to have some days like that.
For sure.
So, So you just have to deal with it.
So what do you do on those days where you say, I need a break from this and you can't?
I don't have a break. So, I have to mentally, I just have to, it's pretty mental for me. I spend a lot of time. I mean, Michael says I'm square with extra corners, but I just think it's a mental game. So, I mean, for me, it's just faith. It's just faith, really. It's me and Jesus. I just figure that's the only person that I have to help me. Okay. I say that with love. I mean, everyone's doing stuff and, but the concept that there's people bringing casseroles and helping you and stuff, that's just not reality. Nobody's helping. Everybody has their own life that they're trying to contend with. And so this just happens to be ours. And so me and Michael just play it like that. He's got to do this so that I can do that. And this is the way it's going to be. So I'm just happy that I have the faith, that's definitely the number one thing. And then that I have hobbies that don't require going anywhere. I mean, give me some quilting fabric and I'm just as happy as I can be. So, and I don't require a ton of outside. I'm not really a go. You know what I mean?
You're a homebody.
I'm a homebody pretty naturally. That I'm, introverted, or at least I used to be before autism. I was very introverted. So, so that part helps me.
So it sounds like he's making progress though with his what do we call it again?
The AAC device?
Yes.
I call it a talker.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
That'd be easier
the
to
talker.
say. Yeah.
Maybe that can extend and adding more things will make it better on both of you.
There is a lot of good stuff. It's really, it's just behavior. As we all know, it's just certain days the behaviors are off and you don't really understand why. But the rest of it, I think, yes. I think he has more verbal. He's more verbal. He's got more words. He uses the AAC device, which he didn't have when I was working, and fine motor's better, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think you'd learn a lot if you followed your Facebook page, Everyday Adventures with Zachary. You'd learn a lot about Zachary and Heather and Michael and what living with a profound autism adult is like. It's really, really good. And you do really good writing it.
I think
very
it's important to show that it's like joy and struggle. And that's my main theme.
Joy and struggle.
Yeah, because that's what it is.
Yeah. I know sometimes I think of you, like when I'm thinking of your day, like I'll think, I wonder what Heather's doing today. And I thought, I wonder, do you ever lose it? Like, do you ever just like cry or like...
Well, Michael would
stress
tell you I
just, like-
probably sometimes, because sometimes when he comes home, I'll just be like, seriously, I'm not doing that well right now. He's like, well, and then sometimes he'll say, come talk to me while I'm on the treadmill. And then I'll just stand in the doorway and talk to him while he's exercising.
Good.
And so, yeah, that helps a lot. But yeah, no, I'm not happy all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the page is really just because I couldn't sleep. I'm deeply concerned every day about not being here and people misunderstanding people like Zachary or not even knowing they exist, because we're all kind of hiding. When people are out, we're not really out. So, you know what I mean? Like, so I think so yeah, but you have to also, this is just me naturally, you have to find the joy in the stuff. Like it is a joyful time. There's a lot of hard, grievy, negative kind of things we could focus on, but that won't help me get through the day is what I'm saying. And that won't help Zachary either.
Right.
And so he's very sweet and he has no control over what his body's doing or what his brain, you know what I mean? Like he's not intentionally trying to make the day bad at all.
Exactly.
So you just have to, and I've met so many parents that are dealing with autism on any level, and they seem to really, really, really be struggling. And, the why and the how and all that stuff. And so I think I'm hoping on that page that it's not all smiles, and I'm certainly not going to show Zachary having a meltdown on the page, but I will talk about it.
Right.
I would talk about it, but just maybe people that are not quite as far on the journey as us, I'm hoping they will think that there are positives. Like you learn a lot of stuff and struggle, I mean, is when I grow the most. Yes. You know what I mean? Right. So I think to assume it's not, that there's not going to be any struggle is probably not.
Well, I admire your positivity though. And
yeah.
Cup is half full. It doesn't always have to be negative. And
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing your perspective.
You're
and
welcome.
Your
it's so fun. Sorry we talked about the bathroom.
No, because I just think it's very informative and we're informing our listeners and not informating, excuse me. Might edit that out. Informing our listeners. So it's really, really helpful. So I admire you and what you go through on a daily
Thank
basis.
you, Mary. That's sweet.
No problem.
We just handle what we're given.
Yes, we're given. Mm-hmm. Yes. And where your faith comes into it too, I think plays a huge role. And I will say that, and I don't know how deep I really want to go on this, but I know I had an uncle that was deaf, two of them actually, but one I didn't know, he was tragically killed young. But I know when he passed away, it's my mom's brother, that my cousin talked about him. And she was very talented, artistic, and she wrote a poem. And I don't know I wish I had it. It was after each stanza, she would say, "Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?" It was so moving. And then at the end, she said, "I know you'll hear me now. I know you hear me," or something. And so oftentimes with my own son, I think when he's in beautiful paradise.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
all of our pain and suffering and all of our everything will be gone and wiped away.
Yeah.
So then I wonder what you know.
That's what you have to focus on. I think for me, it's the trust in that the part when we're not here and he's still here, because
Yes.
we're 25 years older. You know, obviously we were 25 when we had him. That's the part. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Is like, I know the end, you know, because, you know, that's certainly what we believe, but it's that part and trusting that somehow that's going to be okay.
Right.
And it may not be. And so, you know, there's only so many things
And
that you
that'll
can
have
do.
to be okay too.
That will have to be okay too, because I think I heard something, it was just this week, something about like, and this makes sense because I'm not really I'm not like a why God me. That has never been me.
Correct.
Maybe Michael a little, but not me. I've just always thought, listen, this is what we're getting and we're doing it. But I think, and sometimes I feel bad about if I say we're thankful or grateful or whatever. Like I'm not thankful for autism. I think
Yes.
there was something I heard that was something to the effect of we don't have to thank God for the situation, right? But we have to thank him that he's there with us in the situation.
Right.
And that is the key. Like I am grateful for that and grateful for everything that happens. And I'm actually grateful for the lessons that we've learned. I understand, I think, the world and what's actually important a whole lot better than a lot of people that I see online or whatever. I think, oh my gosh, like that stuff doesn't even matter.
Right.
It doesn't even matter. So, you know, I don't think Zachary or any of our kids are here to teach us a lesson and teach us about that kind of stuff. But I think we can choose to see and gain knowledge through whatever it is we're dealing with. So, yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening, everybody.
Yeah, and you guys, you can find us on navigatingadultautism.com. That's our website where we publish the autism gossip every month. At the end of the month, Dawn puts a bunch of information about the autism community and the activities that are happening and the events that are happening every month. We publish it on our website. And then also you can hear us on Spotify, Apple, and now on YouTube.
Perfect.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.